This is an album review of Lost Ultra's Thy Dweller Within. This track, to me, is a bit different than what you usually hear in the underground. I'll be honest, it is an acquired taste. Ultra makes it known for her alternative and hardcore influences with her bellows and growls on the track. As the song goes on, it delves way more into the heavy metal hardcore sound, setting the tone that this EP is pretty much going to be extremely experimental. This track goes straight back to her rap and urban influences. The snare almost sounds live. The melody screeches like it's another voice in stark contrast to Ultra's shouting. However, the lyrics of this track definitely echo and speak the most. While the production is very unique, her vocalizing really strikes through here. I like this one a lot, and it is one of my favorite from her vocally. As far as what the message is conveying, you have to listen to her yourself. Trust me, this song is worth it. Now this has a really long build-up, but it genuinely builds into an ear-piercing, distorted instrumental. Similar to the first track, this one is an acquired taste. Usually I would say Ultra's music mostly fits into the ragecore scene, but I'll be honest, this track is way more almost techno, and at the very least, electronic. While still distorted, this is one of the most different tracks I've heard. Her vocal chanting isn't screaming and it isn't even necessarily angry, but it's still aggressive. I had to play this one back a few times just to get a better listen because honestly, I have nothing to compare this to. But I do hope she does more songs this different. Very interesting, Ultra. Very. The instrumentation here reminds me of a disaster beat almost, which is really good. My only negative gripe here is I wish Ultra would put a little more rawness in her voice. It can be often hard to hear or understand her emotion in a song like this that's bouncy and grimy. A song this impactful, I wish we could hear her emotions for it. For example, Hansa makes it very easy to interpret his emotions when he goes on disaster like beats. If Ultra was a bit more raw here, it would probably be the best on the EP. But it's still good. Everything else, the production and so forth, is impressive as well. This is probably my favorite on the EP, at least so far. The 808s are bouncy and her vocals are almost focused and intense. Not much to say in depth, but it's really good. Again, my favorite and a sound I regularly listen to, Lost Ultra for. Helltrees always comes through with that intense heat. As a ragehead, I couldn't help but aggressively bang my head to this. Short and pretty much what the scene was heightened and known for back in the day. A great way to end the track, and a song I hope Ultra releases a video for. Warfield did amazing as always with his trademark style on the beat. This EP started out experimental, almost putting out the unusual to keep the attention and ending with stuff that we are used to hearing from her. Lost Ultra is one of the more skilled and mature artists / producers in this community, and it's refreshing to hear her deviate from the norm. Still understanding it is still new and innovative, she still fearlessly put it out and tested the new waters. That is what the underground needs. And that is what I was hoping for. I was hoping to hear in this album. Very proud. And just from an actual quality standpoint, I'll give the EP a solid 8.5 out of 10. My only gripes were it being so short, and of course, her still trying out a new experimental sound, which most listeners will take a while to grow on, and it will just sound alien to most. But I'm sure if she regularly puts this out more, we all would love to hear it. Stay stay tuned for Life Happens. Recommend more albums, artists, or even collective interviews in the comments.